Hello and welcome to the David Wilson Out and About YouTube channel. In this video I'm giving my first impressions on the Hollyland Lark M2 wireless lavalier microphone. I've bought the combo kit, although I'll be predominantly concentrating on the camera version. That's the only version I'm using at the moment. I've only been out once, but as a spoiler I will say I'm very impressed so far. But what I'm doing too in this video, I'm sticking to basically what's come out the box, what's in the box goes into the bag, and some of the basic settings that I've already found and used. So before I start giving you my impression of the camera version, I will quickly show you and go back to these a little bit later, although I won't be reviewing these today. You do get 3 receivers in total. You've got the camera version, you also get a lightning version and a Type-C version. Both of these are simply plug and play. Just put them into your iPad or your Android tablet or phone, and it will just be recognized. They also do have Type-C connectors at the bottom, so you can actually charge your device while you're recording. So I've not used them yet, so I'm not going to say too much about them, but they are part of the combo kit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the contents of the box out. I've not got it in the box. I don't do that sort of unboxing. That can be literally chucked. It's all in the little bag. So I'm going to get the stuff out on the table, bring you in closer, and explain all the contents. So what's in the combo kit? Well, first off, we have the charging case. The charging case includes the 2 transmitters and the receiver, and the total weight is not too bad. It's 141 grams. The dimensions of the case are 8.5 centimeters long by 5.5 centimeters high by 3.5 centimeters in depth. So yeah, it's quite a neat case. It's got a magnetic top, so you can hear that slam shut, and the battery indicator lights on the front, so it's fully charged at the moment. I'll go back to this a little bit later in the settings, but as you can see, if I open it up, if I bring it closer to the camera, the transmitters are indicating green, so they're fully charged, and the receiver as well. So yeah, it's a nifty case, that. The charger holds 30 hours of charge, and what's been confusing is in some of the reviews they're saying 40 hours. Well, the 40 hours is total, so that's assuming that all of these 3 are already charged, giving you 10 hours of recording time, and then the case itself has 30 hours. So with the 10 hours and the 30 hours, the total is 40 hours. I've seen a lot of videos where people saying, well, it says 40 hours, yet the case only holds 30. But if you've all got these fully charged, when you go out, you've still got, and the case is fully charged, you've got a 40 hours in total. So it's a, yeah, very, very nice case indeed. Right, moving on. As explained earlier, you have the lightning receiver and the Type-C receiver, which I may make a video on in the future. But I have not used them yet, so I can't really comment on them. Right. Accessories wise, you have 2 magnetic necklaces. So if I take one of these transmitters out, it simply just clips on. So it's a magnet inside a silicone ring. So in total, you've got 4 of these, because you've got the existing magnet backs on the transmitters. So you've got 1 on each of the transmitters already, and you've got 2 within the necklaces, which is quite nice. So if you do lose one, I mean, you've got plenty of them. You've got 4 of them in total. Again, when I get out and about and do the next video, I will try these necklaces out. So far I've only used the magnets on the back, and I put them on a cap, and I will put a video up a little bit later showing a little bit of footage from my first time out using them. So moving on, that's the 2 necklaces. You also have 2 clip versions, so you can clip them onto your clothes. Very, very small. And again, there you go. And I've still at the moment got the magnet on the back. That's come off. So let's take the magnet off the back and clip it on. Very nice indeed. While I've got it on there, let's talk about the transmitters. The microphone is at the top, just above the indicator light. Now the indicator light is flashing blue at the moment, and what that denotes is that it's trying to pair, but obviously I've not got it connected up at the moment. And you've got the operation button at the side here. The only thing you'll struggle with this is if you've got it in the windshields, which you get ×2, one's still in the packaging, which completely cover the mic, is knowing which way up the microphone is, because obviously you'll be wanting to talk into the mic rather than it being the other way around. Just a slight gripe there, which I found on the first time out. I literally had to put my finger where the mic was before I attached it to my cap. But there you go. Let's put that back on there, back in the charging dock. Next up, you have a Type-C to Type-C cable, and you also get 2 adapters. So you get the Type-C internal to Type-A external adapter, which you can put on. There's also a lightning version of this, which I actually can't find. I've mislaid it at the moment. So that allows you to either connect or charge up all different devices. So yeah, it's a nice touch getting the converters with that. Also, you get the TRS to TRS 3.5 audio cable. Now, in all fairness, this is not great quality. Not very happy with that at all. So what I've done, I've got a couple of them. I'm going to swap that out for my Rode wireless, one of my Rode wireless ones, which is quite a thicker cable. It just looks very, very flimsy, but it is functional. It does work. Right, paperwork wise, you've got this little wallet here. I've taken the stuff out because it's a bit finicky. And you've got your warranty card and your usual safety warnings, etc. You know what that's like. You also get a packaging list, so it just explains what's in the packaging. The Lark M2 quick start guide, which actually is not too small. Unusually, they tend to be really, really small writing where you need a magnifying glass. This one is very readable. So that's your quick start guide. And I'm going to go through some of the settings a little bit later on. And lastly, nice touch, because if you look at the mic, as I prefer to call it, rather than the transmitter, you have got the Hollyland logo on there. Now what you can do if you're wearing this on black, you've got black stickers that you can put on the front. They're reusable, or you've got white stickers, or a nice little touch, a bit funky. You've got all these smileys and, you know, faces. So yeah, you can have a little bit of fun with it. So just a nice touch. I will be covering that up with a black one when I'm next out, because what I'm deliberately doing, I'm going to go out wearing a black top and put the mic on, and it will literally disappear. I know that for a fact. Well, as you can see, the transmitter is incredibly small, and to prove that point, I'm actually using my Rode Wireless Go at the moment, and I can't take it off, so which is absolutely massive compared to this. So there it is. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a 10p coin on the top, and that gives you an indication of the actual size of the transmitter. It only weighs 9 grams, so you hardly know it's there. It's actually, it was a bit worried when I went out kayaking. As I said, I attached this to the brim of my hat, and I do have a habit of sometimes when it's really hot, and it was a hot day, is taking my hat off, dousing it in the water and putting it back on, wringing wet. I had to really think, because that is so light, it'd be very easy just to take it off, throw it in the water, and ruin the mic. And as I said earlier, look, there's the tiny little battery. So I put it that way up, and I clipped it on top of my hat, so that was underneath. I had the mic facing out to try and get the sounds around me, so my voice went out and into the mic rather than sort of straight in that way round. But yeah, really nice tiny little mic. So now I think what we'll do, we'll get on to some of the settings. Right, I've packed most of the bits and bobs away in the bag. And that's one thing I didn't mention. You get this really nice drawstring bag. I've had everything in there, so you can get the charging case in there as well. But obviously you don't need the stickers and the warranty and the user guide when you're out. So I'll leave that in the wallet at home and put that there. Right, so let's get on to a few of the settings. Right, so if I take one of the mics out, or the transmitters, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it magnetically on top of my torch. And that's another nice thing. You can use this as a microphone like that, you know, like a handheld microphone, if you've got anything with a magnetic end. So, yeah, it's quite good. Right, to switch either the transmitters or the receiver off, all you have to do on the transmitter or the mic is press and hold the yellow button in for 3 seconds to switch off, and press and hold for 3 seconds to switch on. If you take out the receiver, you have a power button at the side. It's hard to see, but I'm going to put some pictures up, which is just below the USB charge point. So you can charge this externally from the case. You cannot with the transmitters, the mics. They have to go into the case. I think there is an accessory that you can buy to do that, but that doesn't come as part of the kit. So again, with the power button, if you press and hold for 3 seconds, it will switch off. And if you press and hold again for 3 seconds, it will switch on. The bottom button is the mode button, but we'll get onto that in a moment. So if I put that back, so assuming this transmitter's powered off, if you want to pair it manually, although straight out of the box, as you'll see in a minute, they automatically pair when you take them out the charging case. What you do, you have to power off, so press and hold for 3 seconds, and then you have to press and hold for 6 seconds to go into pairing mode, and the status will flash quickly blue, and then it should actually then just connect to the receiver. So you can actually pair these manually. I will put a link in the description to the Hollyland manual, so if you wish you can click the link and download the manual. But you do have to turn the transmitter off and then to go into manual pairing mode. But like I said, if I take this off there now and put it back in, oh, wrong way up, schoolboy error there. If I take out the receiver, you should be able to see that it's flashing blue. And if I take out one of the transmitters, this is awkward with the angle I'm sitting at, they're flashing, and in a minute, there you go. So this one, which is TX2, the way I've taken it out, is now paired, so it's a steady blue light. And if you look to the right of that, you can see that the other one is still flashing. So if I put that one down and take out TX1, it's flashing at the moment, and now it's paired. Simple as that. So they do work or pair straight out of the box, but you can also manually pair them. Right, volume control. Now, as this is not connected up to a camera at the moment, you won't see the lights, but just below the big dial there is 3 light indicators, and all you do is if you turn the dial, you hear clicks, it will go 1, 2, 3. So that's the actual volume. So you can go lowest, medium, high, and these lights will be 1 light low, 2 lights medium, 3 lights high. I've tried it out on 2 lights, which is medium, and that actually worked fine. But as I said on the second video, when I'm out and about, I will try it on all 3 settings. So they're not calling it adjusting the gain, they're calling it adjusting the volume. If you say, for argument's sake, as I said, I can't do it, I went like 1, 2, and I got it 2 lights flashing. If I then go to the power button and I press it twice, what it does, it locks it on that, so you can't accidentally sort of lower or raise the volume. Again, it won't do it because it's not connected up to the camera. And to actually come out of that, you just press the power button on the side twice and unlock it, and then you can alter it. So that's how you do the volume control. Right, putting that away for the moment. So back to the transmitters and the yellow button on the side. So when this is all connected to the camera, you have two statuses. You have the normal sound, or you can actually put it into noise reduction. So if you want to turn on the noise reduction, what you do is you press it. What it will do, it will be a steady blue when it's paired. Let's take that out. I don't think this works unless it's connected. And all you do is you press the yellow button once. What it will do, there it has worked. It turns green, and green indicates that you've now activated the noise reduction. Again, this will be tested on the out and about video, on the next video, when I go down to the local weir, which is very noisy indeed. So it's now in noise reduction. Now, if you look here, this is TX transmitter 1, or mic, I prefer to call them mics, and it also indicates on the receiver. So if I press the yellow button again, they both go to blue, and that indicates that the noise reduction is switched off. Again, you can see that TX1 is paired because of the solid blue light. TX2, which is in the case, isn't. It's flashing. It's actually very simple to use. And now look, because it's paired, the indicator lights are coming on. So there's 1, minus, there's a minus on that side, 2, volume 2, and volume 3. And you can click it and lock it, but I'm not going to worry about doing that at the moment. So I like to keep it on volume 2. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the charging status. I've already mentioned it earlier, the charging case, look, I'm down to 3, which is 75%. So basically it's used 10 hours of the charge. Now, as you can see, they're all green, so that's fully charged. If the battery's dying on either, say, the transmitter, what it will do, it will slowly flash red, so it indicates it needs charging. And if they're both low, I believe, you get flashing red on both the receiver and the transmitters. Now, when you place them in the case, instead of fully charged at the moment, if they're red, you put them in. What they will do, all these lights, if they're all in the same status, will go to orange. And then when they're fully charged, like they are now, they go to green. So Hollyland say, you don't have to run your batteries down. So basically just get into the habit of every time you used it, just whack them in the case, and they'll be fully charged and ready for use. There is your case charging port. Again, there is the type C. So obviously if the case is low, you can get that on charge and bring the case back up to speed. So yeah, I'm impressed with this so far. So what I'll just do a quick recap to finish off the video. And like I said, the next video will be getting out and about. So there's the contents of the combo kit, and a layman's terms description of the settings. It is actually quite easy to operate and set up, which I do like, because it's very much a run and gun mic. And now what I want to show you is, although this is difficult to see, even the Rhodes microphone is difficult to see, and we know that the receiver is the same size. If I take the Hollyland, I don't know if you can see the difference. It's absolutely tiny in comparison, and so much more lighter. So I'll leave that there. Now, if we take this, admittedly, this is the DJI Mic 1, which came with my Pocket 2. If I take that, and I know that the new DJI mic is considerably smaller, but look at the difference in size. I mean, it's absolutely tiny, and the weight, this weighs nothing. You wouldn't even know you're wearing it, even compared to this, which I thought was very, very small at the time. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this mic even at the first use. I just thought, yep, I think I'm onto a winner here. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set this up on my Insta360 Ace Pro to show you how small it is. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to show you a bit of footage from when I first used this mic while I was out kayaking the other week. So what I'll do, I'll bring you back in a moment and after this clip. Right, we're on our way at the moment. Just me, a very, very smooth river, and getting away from the noisy road by that bridge. I am trying out a new mic today for the first time. I've had it a couple of weeks and haven't had the opportunity to try it out, and it's the Lark 2. What I will do, I'll see how it gets on this trip, and I may do a review on it because it's so discreet and tiny. Now, I don't know if you can notice, and I'm probably shaded in my rather silly hat. It's trying to keep the sun off me. The mic is actually located on the rim at the front, literally in line with my nose. So, and I'm not even sure if it's visible to you. And it weighs 9 ounces. So there's absolutely no weight to it at all. I can see it's working because as I look at the screen, I can see the volume level. So fingers crossed it pays off and it turns out well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that short clip. What do you think of the audio? In that clip, I had the mic on. There was quite a breeze, and I did have the mic on without the windshield. So I'll be interested to see the difference from when I get the windshield on, whether it cuts out some of that sort of sharpness and some of the wind noise. But yeah, please let me know in the comments below what you think. Right, what I've done, there's the mic, and what I've done, I've put the receiver onto my Ace Pro. Now, I've done a video on my camera setup, and I was using the Rode Wireless Go, which I'm using now on my other camera, and it was quite bulky. I've bought a cage, a protection cage, and although it's got cold shoes, the one on the side doesn't go all the way through. It actually has a little bracket that goes on so you can mount other bits. So it only goes through one groove, not right through. So when I had the Rode on there, there was a slight wobble and a slight worry. But this Hollyland, look at it. It's absolutely tiny on the side there. It's so lightweight, it's hardly even noticeable. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it works out really great for me with this cage. Obviously for the kayaking, it's not waterproof. I did buy the new DJI mic and I just didn't get on with it. The idea is that I could connect without having to use an adapter like I am on this now, because obviously if the kayak capsizes and this goes over and I go in, everything's ruined, including the camera. Whereas the DJI mic had worked out for me, it would have just been the mic ruined because the camera would have been waterproof. But I just didn't like the sound quality or the level. I don't know whether it was just me. So I tried it once, or tried it a couple of times, once out, once in, and I just sent it back and got my money back. But that is absolutely tiny. It just fits on that cage really nice. So that's it for now. As I said, the next video I'll be getting out, I'll be taking a little walk, I'll be range testing it a bit. It says it's got a transmission range in a sort of clear open space of 300 meters. I think that's around about 1,000 feet. I'll test it out a bit, but I don't ever see me recording or wanting to do audio when I'm that far away from the camera. You wouldn't see me, but I will be doing that, and I will try the noise cancellation. I'll take it down by the weir and just muck around, get some of the accessories out, put it on a necklace, just wearing it magnetically, clip it to my hat, and just play about with it and get a second video up for you. But so far, I'm very, very impressed with this mic for the money. I mean, I think I paid £169, might be 169.99. You know what it's like. They take the penny off and it sounds cheaper. And I do know at the moment it's 169 with a discount code or a discount of £37. So I don't know how long that'll last for, but I will put the link below. But right, well, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and found it informative. I just try and keep it simple and in layman's terms. And I look forward to seeing you back on the next video when I get out and about. Right, that's it for now. See you on the next video. Bye for now.